What's going on? We back. Boxing Clinic and more. Told you guys guaranteed to go live at least once today. Shout out to everybody out there grinding, boxing grind. We've been doing more than the boxing grind today. Boxing news has been a little bit of slow. But shout out to Magnetic Shamil. He sent me a video, talking about Anthony Joshua and Freddie Roach. I'm gonna get to that at some point in this video. We'll talk about we'll all rank the top 10 heavyweights. Being on that discussion in a minute. But don't forget, we also got the new college sports page popping off. The link's in the description as well, and also the link to the Freddie Roach interview talking about Anthony Joshua is in the description as well. And shout out to everybody, man. And life is short. Don't forget that as well. And everybody that donate, man, I would love for you guys to donate to the PayPal other than the super chat. But if you feel comfortable with the super chat more than the PayPal, I definitely understand. That's why I left the super chat up. But my PayPal link is in the description. If you want to donate, and I seen a very, very powerful video about spoken reasons yesterday. Man, I made a mistake of putting it into the description for the Demetrius Andrade thing, but he had a very, very powerful video on supporting independent creators in his time with Hollywood, and I'll address that with another live stream, hopefully later on tonight or sometime tomorrow. But to catch you up on some news that's been going down as far as here now in the boxing world, Danny O'Connor, he passed out. He's supposed to fight Jose Ramirez. He passed out, couldn't even weigh in. And Regis Progress told top ranking Jose Ramirez he'll fly there. He'll make weight right now. And he'll fight Jose Ramirez tomorrow. Obviously, Top Rank ain't gonna do that because they know what it is for Regis Progress Rugaru to run through Jose Ramirez. But Jose Ramirez can't fight in front of his hometown fans tomorrow. Also about the page as well. I built on my playlist. So if you're looking for heavyweight, welterweight, just boxing news, man, I went so deep into my archives as I could. I put some of my older work is there. It's a playlist for straight predictions. It's a playlist for straight food of thought. It's a playlist for NFL. It's a playlist for NBA. It's a playlist for welterweights, middleweights, heavyweight, boxing news, women's boxing. So if y'all get the opportunity, check out my playlists. I stay up all morning, doing those playlists, man. So if y'all ain't got nothing to do or you just bored at work, you want to hear some boxing, I got some really, really old playlists, videos I did for a while ago. But shout out to everybody in the building. The brother Cali said send him a link. I got him. But yeah, man, before I'm sending this leak, I stayed up this morning, man. I put work in, man. I found videos, my first 5 videos or something like that. Some of my first work. So, check out them playlists if you get an opportunity. They be riding Black Latin Cruise. What's going on? Yeah, Regis Progress. He said, "Let's go. I fly out right now because he fight next week." So he said he already on weight. And Jose Ramirez won't answer that knock on the door if he's down to squash it. But yeah, man, I don't know if Danny O'Connor been inactive, or what has been. I had to give me a minute when we start ranking these heavyweights in a second. Let me look at Danny O'Connor box record real quick. And see as well other videos I got coming up. I got a Dillian White video coming up, and I got one more video coming up as well. I can't remember what the other video is. I haven't even made them yet, but the thoughts is already in there. Luis Ortiz is fighting this guy, Joe Hanks. He ain't really fought nobody, man. He lost a couple times as well. So I guess Luis Ortiz is just standing. It is what it is. So I'm about to look at Danny O'Connor back's record real quick. And last time he fought, he just fought in March. For the Intercontinental Silver Super Lightweight Championship fight. So it ain't no excuse why he ain't making no weight. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse. Oh yeah, the WBA mad corrupt, man. What's going on? Oh, what? For 9? Oh, get up out of here, man. Dude making fake accounts, man. Come on, bro. We can't have that, bro. Gets no play in this ride with no fake account, bro. Especially trying to do a fake account on my boy for 9, man. What's going on, Cali? In the building. I guess he's still getting it together. I know he drove out to LA today. Today was a good day. All right, let's get into some of this heavyweight talk, man. All right, who the number one heavyweight in y'all opinions, man? Number one heavyweight. Okay, there we go. Joshua Ortiz, Povetkin, Wilder, White. Ortiz. How do you have Ortiz over Deontay Wilder and Wilder beat Ortiz? I don't understand that one, homie. I don't get that one, man. But we can start going through the spreadsheet, man. I'm gonna throw some names out there. You got Deontay Wilder, Brazil, Povetkin, Ortiz. I'm reading the WBC off. Tony Bellew, Joseph Parker, Tyson Fury, Charles Martin, Adam Nowalski,
who has
Fury, Carlos Takam, Bermain Stavern somehow hanging into the top 15. Don't forget, we got a Johan Dunhouse, Brian Jennings still up in there. Some guys I don't consider top, but you got guys like BJ Flores, Dillian White, and that's another guy that I don't see ranked inside the top 15 of WBC. It's Dillian White. So, he ranked number 1. All right, I missed him. Dillian White, he in there. Trevor Bryan, he ain't fought nobody, but he looked like he got some skills. Manuel Char, that Fred, I don't know that guy. Guy ain't never fought, but he was the regular WBA champion and fighting for it. Brotsworth, Puev, Jarrell Miller. And pretty much, those are the top fighters, man. Those are the top fighters. What's going on, Kelly?
Man, I heard you say somebody had Luis Ortiz over Deontay Wilder. I saw the video. I saw the video for Freddie Roach, man. They talking about that Anthony Joshua was ready to jump ship.
Man.
Yeah, buster, dude. But then he picking on. I mean, I'm tired of all the dudes in America, man. All these dudes in America always want to side with this dude. Like, this dude is a straight buster, man.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, we're trying to rank the top 10 heavyweights. I definitely. All right, if it's based on, you got 2 different ranking systems, dog. Obviously, like Mr. Boxing today was talking about, these rankings is garbage. In my opinion, I think it should be one top 15 ranking system. Right. And that should be what it is. And each, they should just pick out of that one ranking system.
Right.
Because some of these guys I've never heard of, like Guillermo Jones, Christian Hammer, I know he trashed, Otto Wallen, Bogdan Dinu, another guy named I can't pronounce. Trevor Bryan, man, I was gonna do who got next on him coming up. And dude, his resume is horrible, bro. He could fight. I seen him spar Joshua and fight some guys, but it's just horrible, bro. If you get a chance, go look at Trevor Bryan's resume. He's his promoter is Don King.
He said Trevor Bryan.
Yes,
Don King has a lot of trash fighters, man. That's what I've noticed.
He's not trash. Him. His resume is absolute trash. But he can fight. He was sparring. Mr. Boxing today got him and Big Baby sparring on his page. He a heavyweight fanatic. That's who you go to for the heavyweight talk. Shout out to Lawrence RBE. Appreciate it, brother. Super chat. But if I had to rank them, if I'm ranking them off of just how they rank them and off of like trinkets and belts, that ranking will be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm ranking them just off of ability, and how I see it playing down, I would go Deontay Wilder 1. I would go Ortiz 2. I will go Joshua 3, Povetkin 4, and I will go. I will probably go. See Tyson Fury, man. He just didn't look good enough to squeeze up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to hold off on him, man, and exclude him from this ranking. But I had to have a 5th guy to here. You know what, man? I'm gonna shock some people right here. All right, Callie. I'm gonna go Adam Nowalski being number 5, my number 5 heavyweight. Now I'm excluding Tyson Fury until he gets back to his old self, so I'm not ranking him. So who will be your top 5, Callie? Oh, he didn't dropped off. Oh shit! All right, he dropped off, so I don't know what happened. But that would be my top 5, man. I like Nowalski, man. Even though he was a little chubby his last fight, I think he can put a lot of motherfuckers' dicks in the dirt. And another guy that I don't see in the top 15 of a lot of these sanctioned belt bodies is Amir Mansour. I understand that he got beat by Dominic Brazil and got his jaw broke, but I like how he was, and he lost to Steve Cunningham too. So I thought it was a close fight. He dropped Cunningham a couple times, I remember. But those are the 5 that I would roll with, man. AJ smashing Ortiz. If he would have, he was ducking Ortiz. I know that necessarily don't mean nothing. But Anthony Joshua, I don't even go about his last 2 performances, and I think Ortiz gets him. It was a point in time when people say Luis Ortiz would smash anybody in his division. Y'all forgot that, but after the Irish Mike Perez wave in the heavyweight division, after that wave, y'all remember that wave. After that wave, a lot of guys was hopping, was on that Luis Ortiz way, especially after he had beat Brian Jennings and y'all was praising Luis Ortiz. No matter if he felt that drug test versus Latif Coyote, y'all was on Ortiz jock. The only one Ortiz got inactive and Joshua B. Martin, y'all started jumping on the Joshua bandwagon. What's up, Denard Reed? What's going on, my brother? But yeah, man, I respect anybody's opinion. Let me know what y'all top 5 heavyweights is. I'm looking through the comments. I seen a couple people get one. Low Place gave his. Like I said, I ain't getting completely shit on nobody list because at the end of the day, I don't really see, nobody really. A lot of these guys, it ain't much separation between them. Wilder, Black Latin Cruz says Wilder, AJ, Fury, Ortiz, and he didn't have a 5th one. Fury is in top 5. Yeah, I want to see Fury come back and get back to himself if that's possible. Emmanuel says Wilder, Ortiz, Joshua, Povetkin, Miller, and Parker. I think Nowalski beat Miller, man. I don't like how Miller looking. Parker, I thought he was always overrated. I said that leading up to the Joshua fight. When I heard about the Takam fight, I wasn't impressed. When I seen the Andy Ruiz fight, I wasn't impressed. When I seen that the Roddick guy, I wasn't impressed. The Fury fight, I thought he lost. I wasn't impressed. So he's never impressed me, though. He's never impressed me. What's up, Ronald Finkley, my brother? He's never impressed me. That's just my opinion, man. It's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, is top of your channel thread. All right, Lawrence said his list on top of my channel thread. All right, let me see. All right, Lawrence Williams, who opinion I value much, and I value everybody's opinion, but he consistent. Wilder, Joshua, Povetkin, Ortiz, Parker, Miller, White, Huev, Takam, Brazil. Okay. All right. So I told you I'm gonna go my top 5 before we get into the bottom 5. My top 5 is Wilder, Ortiz, Joshua, Povetkin, and I'm with Adam Nowalski. Now I know I went off a little off cue there, but Adam Nowalski, I like him a lot. And if I had to give a 5 through 10, a 6 through 10, excuse me, it would probably go Joseph Parker. All right. Dillian White, 6, 7. 8, I would have to go with Huev. 9, I would go with matter of fact, 9, I would go with Brazil, and then 10, I would go with Cheeseburger Miller. So that's what I would go with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would go with. And I put my list in the chat. But obviously, if we going off clout and how they rank people, Joshua will be number 1. Obviously, he has all the training. But we going on who I think on who the best out of the bunch. I told you I'm going Wilder, Ortiz, Joshua, Povetkin, Nowalski, the Polish cat, and then I would go Povetkin. Parker. I would go White. And then what the hell I say after White? Now I lost my train of thought. I would go White, 6, 7, and then 8 I would go Puev. 9 I'll go Brazil, and then 10 I'll go Cheeseburger Miller. I don't see it in Miller, dog. I don't think Miller. I think Miller will have a tough time beating Dominic Brazil. I think I would favor Brazil to get Miller. Miller can't punch, dog. That's my problem with Miller. I'm gonna drop my list in the comment section. Miller can't punch. That's just my opinion, man. I could be wrong, man. Just my opinion. These guys, it ain't too separate. Who knows? Luis Ortiz might not be the same fighter, man. You know, he legitimately, Luis Ortiz may not be the same fighter, man. And I can respect anybody's opinion, dog. I'm not gonna just sit here unless you go somewhere and say, "Oh, Usyk is the #1 heavyweight," right? Unless you say some dumb shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we can agree to disagree because you know what? You know, about a year ago, wasn't nobody even talking about the heavyweights, you know, like this, you know, and that's real spit. You know, wasn't nobody talking about the heavyweights like this a year ago. And now we back talking about the heavyweights. That's a big step forward for the sport of boxing, man. That's a huge step forward, man. Yeah, Wayne Jr. I mean, Miller, 300 pounds and can't even punch. And then, you know, he says that he got down to 260 for a fight. I think it was versus Washington. Don't quote me on that. And said, I didn't feel powerful enough. Like, what? 260 pounds, you didn't feel powerful enough. I mean, it didn't look like you was punching no harder at 300 or 260 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't believe in Fat Baby Miller, man. But one thing he do got for 300 pounds, he quick. He got some fast and he got some stamina. But he don't know how to turn over them punches, though. You know, homie don't know how to turn over them punches. If he learn how to punch, Miller will be a problem. I noticed in the Dunhaps fight. What's going on, Ronald Finkley? I noticed in the Dunhaps fight, Miller really turned into a right hand in that fight. He really stepped into a right hand and he really put some force behind that straight right hand. And when he dig to the body, it looked like he got the right idea, but he's still slapping with his punches. Yeah. Mr. Boxing Today was the only one talking about the heavyweights outside of a year or two ago. You know, and but yeah, man, it's the matter of the hate that you do get for Wilder, man. It is what it is, man. It seems like none of the American trainers or fighters, you know, support the guy. You know, all they say, oh, he can punch and that's it. But hey, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I like the guy, man. You know, I ain't always you know, think Wilder was gonna be nothing. Seriously, I didn't think Wilder was gonna be nothing, man. You know, even when he knocked out Malik Scott in Puerto Rico on the Danny Garcia and Mauricio Herrera undercard, you know, I didn't think nothing of that. Even though it looked like a grazing punch or not a punch at all, you know. But yeah, you know, that's about it. Yeah, Low Palace, give me a minute, man. I'm gonna let you wrap towards the end. I'm trying to actually might have to speed it up a little bit. I'm sorry. I had to get you on another one. My girlfriend's sister here from Georgia, so I'm trying to squeeze in a live stream. So I ain't trying to rush it, but you know, gotta get my ear time, man. So give me a minute. If I can squeeze you on, I will, brother. If not, when I go live again, I'll squeeze whoever on. But tomorrow I had a lot of people come on. Nigerian Nightmare, you talking about Samuel Peters? He's still fighting, I heard. Like, man, old ass motherfucker, man. That motherfucker old as hell, man. He dropped Klitschko 3 times though. For Wilder, the fight would be a perfect time. And AJ Floyd and his camp threw hella hate at Wilder. Floyd and them boys been hating. Yeah. Not even just Floyd. If you go to the Mayweather boxing gym, all of them don't like Wilder. You know, and it is what it is, man. I mean, I don't know why. You got that big yeah, he has. I wouldn't say that Floyd threw like hate at him, but all the shit that Floyd said about Wilder has been contradictions of what he said in the past. You know, you know, he should go to the UK, but you ain't never went to the UK. when he was talking about Ricky Hatton and Amir Khan and all them, they had to come see you. You know, he went over there tap dancing for Anthony Joshua and trying to rub shoulders with him. Meanwhile, 50 Cent rubbing shoulders with Wilder. When it came to it, you know, Floyd said, "I want to train Joshua like this," and 50 was like, "I got the real champ with me." You know, it's just a little underhand shit that Floyd be doing, man. In this whole gym, they don't like Deontay Wilder, and I you know what, the Mayweather gym, they can have that's their prerogative on that shit. But at the end of the day, it's a whole bunch of rejects in that gym that they be interviewing. You know, a lot of the guys like Eddie Mustafa and the African guy, I respect them. But the guys that's the same ones that's getting tested for weed, the same guys that's getting knocked out and twerking, they butt twerking on the floor, the guys that ain't active, the same guys that's biting their head that feed Floyd, the same guys that say they don't want to be with the money team no more, the same guys that you see talking on the Mayweather boxing gym who ain't never punching and ain't doing nothing but punching the bag, ain't never fighting. You know what? It's them. The fat Marcellus heavyweight. I've never seen him fight. When Anthony Joshua came over there, old boy was ready to eat him up like a Susie Q. You know, Susie Q's only in the store, you know, every now and again. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, Holyfield a real true dude. Yeah, Badou Jack, Badou Jack really don't never pick sides though. You know, Badou Jack could kind of be like, you know, he don't try to ruffle feathers, even in the Groves and the Eubanks Jr. You know, he is just, you know, Badou Jack is a real calm individual. He a real good characteristic type of guy. But yeah, those are the top 10 heavyweights, man. But like I said, maybe it's just not hate. Maybe people legitimately just don't see it in Wilder. You know, maybe people just don't see the ability, and I can respect that. But when it come down, oh, that's a ways away, Shah Roxanne. But yeah. Daniel Du Bois, he got a little sister that can scrap, dog. His little sister might be the best of the family. It's his brother, his sister Caroline, and then it's Daniel Du Bois. But the boy probably gonna grow up and be big like the boys, though. The boys just got to keep getting better, you know. But the boys just got Holyfield from the South, man. Holyfield is a real Southerner, dog. He got the heavyweight factory and all that boxing gym. He ain't gonna never. Hey, you know how You know when the dude a real threat when Shannon Briggs is hating on you. But Shannon Briggs show a lot of people love. But when Shannon Briggs start hating on Deontay Wilder, that's how I'm like, yeah, why are you hating on him? And when you usually get that hate, that hate is people seeing how great you really is. You know what I'm saying? You know, that hate is really appreciation. You know what I'm saying? That hate is really appreciation for everything you achieved. And that's real shit, even with LeBron and Jordan. I can admit it, I hated Jordan. I hate LeBron on the court. You know, but guess what? It just come a point when you see LeBron do something so great, you just gotta be like, fuck it, man. He got it, bro. You know, he got it, dog. You can't even hate on that. You know, when LeBron went crazy at the Palace, when he scored all them points in the fourth quarter and overtime, I think you just had to take your hat off him. He has a Piston fan. You know, back in '88 when Jordan dropped 59 points on the Pistons and shot 80% from the field, just had to take your hat off to that and appreciate greatness. And it'll come that time. If Wilder keep winning and keep doing what he's supposed to do, fellas, it's gonna come a time where people gonna take their hat off and appreciate his greatness. He got to keep winning. You know, everybody can't see what you can see. Sometimes you can't always see what your dog see. They say your dog can see ghosts. You can't always see what your kids see. You know, but in due time, when what you can't see come to the light, everybody will appreciate it. Everybody act like they was Bomb Squad fans. You know, everybody gonna act like they was Wilder fans. You know, when the time comes. You know, if the time don't come, that's up to him. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta bite your pill, you gotta bite the bullet, and you gotta deal with adversity. But he been dealing with adversity. Nobody thought Deontay Wilder would get here. No, even with Anthony Joshua, I thought that he was really, really good at one point. I thought the development was gonna keep coming, but it didn't keep coming. He plateaued off. And it's strange, though. It's real strange the way his muscle gains got out of control, his weight got out of control, and stuff of that nature. And then just a little OT talk, Povetkin. You never know. If Povetkin go in there and knock Joshua out, I mean, shit. He tests clean for Vada. I mean, gotta take your hat off to Povetkin. You know, I watched him fight Vladimir Klitschko, and Klitschko legitimately had to 1-2 and hold him the whole fight. You know, Povetkin is 6'2". He ain't never stopped trying versus Vladimir Klitschko. He never stopped crying versus Vladimir Klitschko, man. He never stopped trying. So that's troubling because I think Vladimir Klitschko was a bigger puncher than Anthony Joshua. You know, I think, you know, you hear people like Chris Bird talk about the difference between Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko power. They praise Vladimir Klitschko power, you know. And it's going to be very interesting to see if Anthony Joshua, you know, it'll be funny. It'll be interesting to see if Anthony Joshua legitimately what his weight look like coming into this fight. I think this fight for Anthony Joshua is going to really control the money about the Deontay Wilder fight. You know what I'm saying? And if you Deontay Wilder, you want Joshua to do well, but if he loses or if he looks vulnerable, I mean, it's just going to discredit your victory. Oh, Povetkin softened him up or whatever like that. But yeah, that is what it is. But shout out to Magnetic Shamil. I got to message him back, man. I've been a little bit behind today. Man, I cleaned my car out, man. Then I had to clean my carpet. My puppy he just shedding, man, in the carpet. And I found the trick to get the hair up out the carpet, and then it worked like a charm, man. You take like the little squeegee, like how you squeegee the water off your car with a big squeegee head. You turn it on to the push broom, and then you just scrape the carpet, and the hairs just come up. So he banned from my living room and my carpet. He can stay in his room in the basement, but yeah, I want to talk about this Freddie Roach interview. And then we get into some questions and answers and stuff of that nature. And then I'll dip. All right, so Freddie Roach said that I don't know how long ago it was. I forgot an interview, but the link is in the description. It's the first link in the description if you want to go over to the Behind the Gloves. Shout out to the sister Michelle Phelps Joyce. A Black Cruiser said, I don't know if Vitaly was hitting Klitschko with some heat. Klitschko ain't dropped though. Vlad hit Lennox like that. He gon' fall probably. Yeah, he was gonna fall. But could Vladimir Klitschko take what Lennox Lewis was dishing back out though? Vitaly had a chin. Only reason Vitaly got stopped was because of a shoulder injury to Chris Bird. People always forget Vladimir Klitschko avenged that fight. When people say that Vitaly always protected Vladimir, but Vladimir came back and beat Chris Bird. Everybody forget that one though. So I gotta say that, but yeah, in this interview, Freddie Roach said Anthony Joshua wrote him a letter and said how good I can be if I was trained by you, Freddie Roach. Like who? I mean, Anthony Joshua, dog. Let me tell you this, dog. I'm trying to stop saying the N-word so much on here, you know, but you know, I'm trying to stop. But Anthony Joshua, dog, ain't no real individual, dog. Anthony Joshua got a lot of feminine tendencies, bro. You know, Anthony Joshua got a ton of feminine tendencies. You know, he do, man. Who writes a letter to Freddie Roach saying how good can I be if I was trained by Freddie Roach? Like folk, man. Like you know what, a World Breaker fighter? Like who writes it's in the interview in the link. Freddie Roach will be dry snitching too, dog. Freddie Roach, that's supposed to be that's supposed to be personal. But he said, yeah, Joshua wrote me a letter and said, how good can Anthony Joshua be under the tutelage of Freddie Roach? Like, who does shit like that? You know, and Rob McCracken, I believe, is not only his coach, is his trainer. And Rob McCracken is the same coach for Carl Froch. You know, a lot of people don't know Carl Froch was working at a call center before he got back into boxing. And Rob McCracken helped bring him back and get him up into the elite of the super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, who says that, bro? And really to think back and go back and think about it, y'all. I really think Anthony Joshua sent that text message to Eddie Chambers talking about you a disgrace to the black human race or whatever he said. I truly believe that Anthony Joshua sent that now. Now I just brushed it off and I did a video about it a while ago when it happened. But I truly believe that Anthony Joshua did say that to Eddie Chambers. Said he was a disgrace to the black human race. I legitimately believe that he said that. I legitimately believe that he said that. Now, this dude wrote a letter to Eddie Hearn, and hold on. Maybe Eddie Hearn meant a text message, But if he really wrote a letter, like who's still writing letters, man? Even 10, 15 years ago, who was still writing letters? I mean, your energy, your gas bill and all that, they don't even send you a letter about your bill no more for real. They send it to your phone or through an app or electronically. You can go pay your bill online and look at your bill online. This dude, Anthony Joshua, probably wrote a letter while sipping tea with his pinky up. I'm trying to tell y'all, dog, Anthony Joshua, dog, I'm trying to tell y'all, when he come out that closet, bro, you know, when he come out that closet, you know, don't say I didn't tell y'all, man. You know, when you see him and Broner shopping in Victoria Pink section together, bro, you know, don't tell me I didn't tell you. Like, who writes a letter and say, Freddie Roach, how good can Anthony Joshua be under you? And if he was really considering going to train with Freddie Roach, fellas, you know, he was going to move to L.A. And then what was going to be the excuse about fighting Wilder in Vegas? He wouldn't have had that excuse. You know, Anthony Joshua, he got too many itch tendencies. I'm going to say itch. He got plenty of itch tendencies, man. You know, for real. You know, this dude legitimately wrote a letter, bro. Like Luther Banks said in prison the last time I wrote a letter. Yeah, bro. You got dudes in prison now that got phones that can text messages in prison. My girlfriend's brother was text messages and calling us for money through prison. He had a burner in prison. This dude writing letters, bro. Boy, what he wrote a letter to the Freddie Roach fan club, and then Freddie Roach says in the interview, like I said, the interview is right in the link in the description behind the gloves, Michelle Phelps' channel, okay? And he says, well, I don't steal other people's fighters. I mean, at the end of the day, if he fired Rob McCracken and hire you, that ain't stealing nobody fighters. So, and I don't know how long ago this was, but if I'm Rob McCracken, I gotta feel some type of way about this guy. Yeah, I believe so too, Denard Reed. You know, if I'm feeling some type of way, y'all, you know, if I'm Rob McCracken, I'm feeling some type of way. This dude's over here writing letters to Freddie Roach, you know, talking about he's talking about, yeah, you know, I would look. I mean, how good would a Freddie Roach video? How good would Anthony Joshua be with Freddie Roach? He talking in third person too. Like, man, come on, dog. This dude is a cornball. You know, Magnetic Shamil in the building. He sent me the video, man. Like I did a video, and I appreciate that was perfect timing, bro. He sent me the interview with Behind the Gloves with Freddie Roach, saying, you know, dry snitching. Freddie Roach was dry snitching. Like Freddie Roach just ain't got no chill. He don't care if he snitch because he know guys ain't gonna touch him because of his situation. He the one that snitched and told everybody that Broner got knocked out by Earl Spence and got knocked out by Earl Spence in the gym. You know, and eventually Barry Hunter confirmed it as well too. Barry Hunter was on one too. He was trying to say, yeah, man, he was trying to say that Broner really didn't get knocked out because it was for, if you go back and look at the videos when Paulie and Broner first was announced they was trash talking, those was when that came about. And people, it leaked out that Spence had iced Broner, and Spence only had like 10 or 11 fights then or whatever it was. You know, and Freddie Roach, you know, after that, he dropped snitch, and then Barry Hunter, you know, a little bit later confirmed it though. But yeah, Freddie Roach be dry snitching, dog. You know, he won't say when Broner dog walk Jorge Linares in the gym. You know, he won't talk about that. He won't say shit about really bad about Chavez. When Triple G dog walked Chavez and Peter Quillen in the gym when they was interchanging. It's certain fighters that he'd talk shit about, you know what I'm saying? You know, but at the end of the day, you know, he dropped the bomb on Joshua, talking about Joshua. See, that's what it is, though. That's trying to, like, Freddie Roach is like that. Freddie Roach know he losing all them fighters right now, right? Freddie Roach know he losing all them fighters, okay? You know, Jose Ramirez left. I mean, they can't find Frankie Gomez. I mean, Pacquiao left. I mean, he gave away Peter Quillen. You know, he get Ibanez Monterosian was over there. I mean, he lost a lot of fighters. I mean, Rigondeaux was coached by him at one point. And now that he see that money slipping, you know what I'm saying? Freddie Roach see that money slipping and that magic and that overrated magic that he had over at the Wild Card Gym. You know, now he trying. And Anthony Joshua come on and say, I didn't even write the letter. What if he come on and say that? You know, but that sound like some shit Joshua would do. You know? That sound like some shit, but that's some shit that you keep between you and Joshua. You know, if he wrote you a letter, sent you a text message, or put a letter on a bird's foot, and he sent the message by bird call or whatever, by bird flow, whatever you call that shit. That's between you and him. But I ain't mad because I know Freddie Roach is dry snitcher, dog. And I know Anthony Joshua don't trust Rob McCracken because he not improving under Rob McCracken. They know it's falling apart. And then Freddie Roach says in an interview that he getting too much muscle on him. He too top heavy, his bottom too small. You know, everybody noticing his muscle and his weight is getting out of control with Anthony Joshua. And I'm trying to tell you, that's a sign of steroids and performance enhancing drug use. When you can't control your muscles like that, and look how his body is. That's not a natural body shape. You know what I'm saying? That shape that Anthony Joshua got, that's a bodybuilder shape. And a majority, and I probably say 98% of bodybuilders are on steroids. And the other 2% probably, and they probably ain't even 2%, is just lifting naturally. But when you go to them natural bodybuilding contests, you got to take a polygraph test and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, even Freddie Roach is noticing that Anthony Joshua weight is getting out of control. You know? Yeah, that was funny when Roger Mayweather. I used to root Freddie Roach in the gym all the time. But like I told y'all, all these little stories coming about Anthony Joshua, tell me y'all don't believe it. Tell me y'all believe that he said that shit to Eddie Chambers too. When he told Eddie Chambers he was a disgrace to the black human race. I believe Anthony Joshua said that shit now, dog. You know, I just brushed it off, man. I'm like, man, Anthony Joshua ain't say that shit to Eddie Chambers. What up, Saul? But he said that, dog. I believe in all this stuff that's coming out about Joshua now. They swept that shit under the rug about the incident he had with the woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, they swept that shit with Eddie Chambers under the rug too. He said that shit with Eddie Chambers. He said it about Eddie Chambers, dog. You know, he said it. He said, I'm trying to tell y'all, dog, Anthony Joshua, dude is a cornball, man. He a clown. For real, dog. For you to write a letter to Freddie Roach, a letter? Come on, man. When the last time y'all wrote a letter? Saul, when the last time you wrote a letter and mailed it to somebody? Not anybody that's an ARP citizen. What up, Anthony Wade, bro? When the last time, Anthony Wade, you sent the letter, bro? Low Place, when the last time you sent the letter? Peter Slong, when the last time y'all mailed the letter off, bro? Not to a company or to the taxes. When the last time you mailed the letter off to an individual? Yeah. It was TJ Wilkins. He got into an incident with a woman and shit, man. I can't remember. I could look it up, man. Something happened with a woman, man. I really didn't get into it, but they swept that shit up under the rug, though. It been 10 years. This nigga that sent Freddie Roach a letter talking about how good would an Anthony Joshua be trained by Freddie Roach. Like, and he said Army boot camp for sure. Yeah, my homie, he just got out of boot camp, man. But you know, seriously, man, I wish he would have went with Freddie Roach to start training in LA. You know, because then what would be the excuse about fighting Wilder in Las Vegas? Then you know what I'm saying? What would be the argument? A wonderful Bob said, my homie in prison. See, what would be the argument for Joshua not wanting to fight in Vegas? He about what, 3 or 4 hours from Vegas, from LA to Vegas? Hey, it is what it is, man. Ronald Finkel said in jail. You know, it is what it is, man. If y'all got any questions right now, anything boxing related, I'm gonna take questions for a couple more minutes, and then I might have a special live stream tonight. If not, I got a couple videos lined up, at least one boxing video lined up. But any questions y'all got about anything boxing related, anything sports related, I'll cover it real quick. But mainly, I'm trying to talk about boxing, man. You know, no, I'm trying to talk about boxing. Let's see. Roach is all offense. He'd get AJ stretched. Yep, Roach and give Amir Khan no defense, man. Remember when Joshua tried to dunk and look like the old Sprite commercial? Hey, you see him when he was trying to play tennis? When he was trying to play tennis in that tight-ass tennis outfit he had on, AJ and Eddie all over the place. He said, yeah, man, when you tell lies, dog, you do so many interviews. See, Eddie Hearn should exclusively only talk to certain news outlets. You know, and he can keep his lie more consistent, but he talking to everybody, and his lies is just, you could just see him. This is social media era, man. Everybody recording, everybody taping, all that shit. CJ, who do you want to see Andrade fight next? Billy Joe Saunders or Jamal Charlo? Either or. I'm tired of Demetrius Andrade tuning up. And shout out to the Corner Man Radio. Y'all go over there and subscribe to the home. He had a good interview with Demetrius Andrade yesterday. I changed the link in the description. Shannon Briggs versus Luis Ortiz. And Shannon Briggs done, bro. I got Luis Ortiz. Who wins? Usyk or Gatsby? I haven't really did the film work, but I think just off of right now, it could change. I like Gatsby in that fight. You know, but I think Usyk can be up early, but I think Gatsby is so patient and he picked his shots really good. Now, I didn't know Gatsby was such an amateur when it comes, or such green when he talking about his amateur background. Jeffrey Hooper, do you feel AJ should be ranked number 1 over Bronze Bomber? As far as ability, no, but as far as the ranking body systems and what they use to rank fighters as far as titles and clout, yeah. But I mean, if I had to rank about talent, who I think will win, no. Has Keith Doug Time Thurman tarnished his legacy by getting on his bicycle? He hasn't completely Peter Sloan. He hasn't completely tarnished his legacy. If he comes back and tunes up and eventually fights Errol Spence, and he does that, it'll be all right. Because remember, Erislandy Lara fought a whole bunch of bums at the Canelo, and we was killing him, but he had a good fight versus Lara versus Hurd, and we had a lot of respect for him after that fight. If Canelo fails another drug test, will Triple G he fight Charlo next? Nope. He'll still fight Canelo, man. They sweep that shit up under the rug. What's your take on Bushati? Bushati. I heard about him. Kelly Enigma told me about him. I hasn't got a chance to watch him, Anthony Wade. I'm going to get a chance to watch him. I know they wanted him to fight Yard. I heard he's a skilled fighter from the UK. Ruben Andrade will be champion again. Yes, he should be champion in this era. But I don't know. He been on some bullshit. We need Tyson Fury to mix up the game. Yeah, he got to get his weight under control, man. That was a good interview. Fury looked trash. Yeah, I mean, he lost a lot of weight. He got a long way to go. Ethan Banks, Gatsby, KO 10. Rashid Towns, what's the deal with the rumor of Leonard playing hide and seek with Spurs trainer? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, they misdiagnosed Kawhi Leonard's injury. That's what happened. They misdiagnosed his injury. Same with Isaiah Thomas in Boston. They misdiagnosed their injuries, and I guess he don't trust him no more. And when somebody get paid 6 figures to do something that's important as be a doctor, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at Kawhi Leonard. I just like him to speak up on the situation. But yeah, it looked like he did quit on the team though. SJ Fish 101. When will you do a collab with Black Fife or for 9? I don't know. Yeah, we got to get that together, man. That'll be a good one, man. I've been on for 9 channels before. Been a minute, but yeah, that's something that I can reach out to them brothers and we could do a collab. That'd be good, man. I think it's well overdue for me and Black Fife and me and for 9. Yeah, we familiar with each other, but yeah, I'll reach out to them brothers, man. That's a good one. Ali Day Go 619 San Diego on the building. If AJ wanted Wilder, he would have accepted his call out in the ring after the Parker fight. Fact, no if or buts about it. It is what it is. Wilder didn't call him out, but Scott asked him, did he want to fight Wilder? It was alleged that AJ was gonna have security stop Wilder from coming into the ring. Imagine that was a prime Mike Tyson that wanted to come in the ring. Wasn't nobody stopping Tyson coming in the ring, man. Remember that picture where Tyson, the security guards were trying to stop Tyson, and they all was scared as hell. The police officer, that shit was funny. Wayne Jr., he has the ability, so give him rounds with camps, and he will be up there with AJ and Wilder. Peter Sloan, is Derrick James the next Customato? I don't know, man. Customato had Floyd Patterson and Mike Tyson. He had a lot of fighters, man. And also, what was important about Customato, he passed the game down to Rooney and Teddy Atlas as well. So Derrick James got a little bit to go, man. He got to create a tree of coaches and students and understudies, but you never know, man. It could be him. It could be anybody in the game. But Customato, he was special, man. He knew how to stroke Mike Tyson's ego. He built his confidence up. Mike Tyson was a supreme athlete, though. Shout out to Anthony Wade for the super chat. I don't know what Black Magic Eddie Hearn performed to get Povetkin and Joshua fight at Wembley. Oh, that fight was already gonna be there, man. You know what I'm saying? That fight was already gonna be there, man. It doesn't shock me, man. That fight was gonna always be in Wembley Stadium. Wonderful Bob. Why you say Briggs is done? Briggs got popped for a drug test, and Briggs ain't getting no top fights, man. It's over with for him, man. Shannon Briggs fucked up, man. He fucked up, man. Thurman ain't fighting Spence. Crawford more likely. He'll fight Spence, dog. I mean, if he's gonna fight in the game, he'll fight Spence. I believe he will eventually. He might be 70 years old. Rashid Towns. Do you think Mikey just name dropping or he really trying to prove himself? I think he just name dropping, but at the end of the day, if you look at Mikey level the competition around Mikey Garcia, who he gonna fight after Robert Jr. because Bob Beer may let him fight Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody at 140 tied up. So he might have to drop to 147. I think if he jumped to 147, it'd be more of a Jesse Vargas at first. I really don't see Mikey Garcia jumping to 147 and just taking on Earl Spence at first. But if the money right, you do. But his reputation, I think Trey X broke down his win percentage. It's like a 60%, 68%. His opponents have a 68% win percentage. Lomachenko's opponents had 90-some% win percentage, even though he had limited action. Jeffrey Hopper, who should Boo Boo sign with Al Haymon and just be a promotional free agent? Wayne, what's up, Curtis Anderson in the building? Wayne Jr. Fury got to get all the way in shape and stop kissing men in the mouth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. Have you, Saul said, have you seen Triple G interview? Said he ain't speaking English. He got an interpreter now. Yeah, I ain't been paying attention to them, dog. Yeah, he better use an interpreter because he be sounding like a true dummy. You see Boxing Ego and Eddie Hearn debunk him, and it's like, yeah, I seen it. Legendary Boxer sent it to me through my email. I seen it, yeah, he got him good, though, but people still won't believe it, man. K Block Boxing in the building. What's going on? NBA Poetry and Comedy, man. Like his videos, man. I seen his son running on the track. I see you in the building, K Black Boxing, man. Watch more videos than y'all think. Peter Slong, what's going on? He said, I agree. Teron Harris, Emmanuel Stewart already took Costamato's spot. Yeah, you could say that. I like Emmanuel. He from Detroit. And the Crunk Gym is in the basement of a church. No way Joshua would have gone to Russia. Yeah, he would have dropped that belt, bro. Saul, let's go, Chad. Anthony Wade Briggs been looking sick since he got off that shit. Yeah, he old as hell too, man. He said it was somebody gave it to him for his asthma. It is what it is. I need boxing. It has been a bad year. I don't think it's been a bad year. I think in Ruben Crespo, I think it's been a bad year for fights that should have happened that ain't happened. Danny and Sean getting pushed back to November. Keith Thurman pulling the Doug move. I mean, you should get Terrence and Earl Spence this year. I mean, you should have already got Canelo and Triple G back in May. Who else you got? You should have got Jamal and Triple G coming up in September sometime. It's been a bad year for fights that haven't happened, though. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua should have happened. So, yeah, in his opinion, it has been a bad year in boxing just for fights that hasn't happened. It's a huge drop-off from last year. I mean, Earl and Lamont Peterson kicked the year off, and you have Badu Jack and Stevenson was a good fight. Russell and JoJo Diaz, but we haven't had that marquee fight this year. He right, and I don't want to see Triple G and Canelo rematch. That ain't gonna be my marquee fight. The marquee fight was supposed to be Joshua and Wilder, but it ain't happened. And it's a shitty ass last 2 weeks for boxing, man. I didn't care for Jose Ramirez fighting anyway, man. Fuck Jose Ramirez, man. Fuck, he is dumb as rocks too. Fury never will be a model of athlete. He wasn't, but shit, he can't be as big as he is now. Somebody slapped Phillip. Somebody slapped him. Ron Philly set that up. Povetkin and Wembley. I hope the rankings tank. I like to see that fight, though. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Povetkin and Joshua. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna watch this shit. I ain't gonna boycott that. But I ain't got no dog in the race. Quincy Pinola, which fight is more money for Mikey Garcia, Spence or Vargas? Probably Spence, because that shit gonna be at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. But Vargas would be the safe fight because Vargas can't punch. Tax Tack, who makes it to 147 first, Mikey or Regis? Like I said, I don't know who Mikey gonna fight, so I'm gonna say Mikey. You know, he gonna get smacked right back down too. He ain't athletic enough, man. He ain't athletic enough. Even you say skills pay the bills, but Floyd had a certain athletic ability about him. He was so good defensively and so slick. Mikey Garcia is defensively fundamental, but he not slick. He don't have that bend in his waist. He ain't got that athletic ability, man. And I think Broner could have beat him if he would have more active with his hands. Going back looking at that fight, but he just out hustled Broner. Fury is bugging and good to believe Andrade was signed with advisor Al Heyman. Yeah, but he said he just want to sign with somebody to give him the best ability. I don't believe him. Yeah, Adrian Broner quit boxing. No, I don't believe it. No, they said he signed a 5-year deal for $50 million with Floyd. I don't believe that. Gervonta Tank Davis said he was lying, according to the East Coast lingo of capping. Ward versus Kovalev, don't think about that. Ward versus Kovalev, don't think about that. I don't know what you mean by that. Jeffrey Hooper, it fair for Triple G to fight Vanez, who had a 2-year layoff instead of Boo Boo. I don't care if he fought Boo Boo or not. You know, Boo Boo didn't deserve to fight. Boo Boo, look, and this is another thing, Jeffrey Hopper. Boo Boo going around telling people that I need 2 tune-up fights, but you just was trying to fight Triple G and May without a tune-up. See, Boo Boo full of shit. See, when you out here lying and perpetrating, you can't do that with this media, so this era of social media. Everything you say and do is recorded now. We can go back and say, okay, if I was that interviewer, which, you know, I guess he forgot to ask him, well, you know, you said you was going to fight Triple G on May 5th. Why not jump back in the ring and fight Billy Joe Saunders when they order a mandatory? You know, just simple as that. What up, Vince Body Snatcher in the building? Who wins? AJ fan, Superman versus AJ. Anthony Wade, her, Lara, Lomachenko, Linares, Wilder, Ortiz, Jack Stevenson wasn't terrible. Yeah, I think Anthony Wade, he meant for the. I think he just meaning like right now, like this summer. It ain't really had that fight we supposed to see at the Barclays Center. Remember, you know, it's always a fight in New York around the summertime, and we ain't got that. That was supposed to be Danny and Sean. But I think he mean for fights that didn't happen. We had some good fights, but for the fights that didn't happen, I mean, Danny and Sean, Keith and Earl was supposed to happen. Anthony Joshua Wilder could have happened. Triple G and Canelo was supposed to happen already to rematch. So I just think he mean for the fight. Now, 2014, that was a shitty year in boxing, dog. I'll never forget 2014. That's the year Oscar De La Hoya went crazy, and they started running out all them contracts from the Golden Boy fighters, Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer. Yeah, Wilder Ortiz, that was flames, but at the end of the day, like I said, I think he talking about the fights that didn't happen. Ronald Finkley, when Ward came up to 75, he didn't let his foot off the gas until he achieved that goal. Yep. He signed to fight Kovalev way before he was ready. He had signed that contract. If Povetkin would be a little taller, it would be a real threat. Yeah, I mean, maybe the height might help Povetkin if he stay low to the ground and attack AJ body and come up. I'm just interested to see how the ref and how they going to finesse the ref and the officials. R to the zoo. If Povetkin, yeah, he said that. Right. Anthony Wade, Lippias was piecing Mikey up. Facts. Yeah, the reason Lippias, Anthony Wade lost to Mikey, I said in my prediction video. The reason Sergey Lippias lost to Mikey because he didn't have no foot. His feet work was terrible. His base was too stiff and it was too wide. If Buddy McGurf would have got Sergey Lippias' footwork together, he could have beat Mikey Garcia. That was the real difference. Because he buzzed Mikey Garcia face up. Mikey Garcia too easy to hit. Fury's the slickest heavyweight. Yeah, I can't argue with that, maybe. Ruben Crespo and Gula versus Rosado 2 in August. I don't even remember them fighting the first time, dog. And Gula was done after Kirkland beat him up and after Lara gave him a hemoto on top of his face. Sheldon Holmes, what's going on? Y'all better stop believing in Andrade. He don't want no smoke, point blank, period. I agree with that, man. You know, we just see the potential. Do so 9. Exactly. I'm done with Andrade. Just show and prove until I have no comment on him. Okay. I agree. I just seen Wayne Jr. Oh, Fury ain't look slick his last fight. Yeah, because he was 500 fucking pounds. Rashid Tom Boo Boo want to be undefeated champion, but he don't want to fight nobody serious. He don't want to be pushed. Yep. What's going on, Marlo's Corner in the building? Make sure y'all go subscribe to K Black Boxing and Marlo's Corner for show. This summer been a desert, but the summer gonna heat up. Anthony Wade, you got Jaime Munguia, Liam Smith the 21st. You got Regis Progress next week. Got Patisse Pacquiao next Sunday. You got Triple G Canelo 2 if you went to that. That's the summer ends September 22nd. That's September 15th. Keith Thurman allegedly come back September 8th. I think Brandon Rios, don't quote me on this, Victor Ortiz is going to fall on the Mikey and Robert Easter card July 28th. August 4th, you got a good card with Jalen Love taking on Peter Quillen, Andre Berto, Devin Alexander, Marcus Brown on that card. Also, you got a couple good fights, man. Luis Ortiz fight bum bashing as well, too. Curtis Anderson, what's going on? Yeah, this summer's been dry because we had all the boxing in the spring. Who's the hottest youngin in boxing? I like little Christopher B. Hop Colbert, man. I was gonna do a video. I might do a video. That might be the next video I do, man. I might do a video on who's the most vulnerable prospect in boxing and who I believe will be the best prospect in boxing as well. And it's a lot of vulnerable prospects in boxing. It's more than you believe out of the top fighters. I mean, known prospects. I haven't really seen Money Powell, the 4 or 5. I mean, prospects that's been on network television. And I think he will make it to network television. Yeah, fuck Parker White. I'm not watching. I watched that shit. I ain't gonna say I'm not watching. I watched Parker White, but I just don't like the way Parker fight, man. I think Dillian White mixes it up and make good fights. But Joseph Parker, I've never seen Joseph Parker in an entertaining fight. Andre, I need to stop calling yourself boo-boo. Right. Who do you think will be bigger name in the end? Jamil, or Earl? I think Earl, man. Earl got the Cowboys behind him as well. Earl got the whole city of Dallas behind him until Jamil started being the main event and start fighting in Houston. I got to go with Earl. Yeah, I like Lil B-Hop a lot. Who is Jamil fighting next? Jamal? Don't nobody know. It ain't going to be nobody, though. He the WBC interim champion. He might try to get Martin Murray in there, who number 2 in the WBC. But Jamil ain't fighting he ain't fighting nobody. He's just going to wait till they hand him the interim title, hand him the full WBC title. Haney for me. See, Haney, another one of them guys. Josh Taylor is a contender now. I know he only got 13 fights, but he's a contender. But if you want to call him a prospect, you can call him a prospect. He's a contender, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? A contender. David Haney, man, he a good fighter, but he got a long way to go, man. He only 19. He got a long way to go. I think he's scared to get hit too without the headgear, just to be honest. CJ, that sounds good. I barely watched the young ones. Salute. Yeah, man, a lot of good young fighters. I watched them. I seen Mick Conlon. Only person I seen fight in person was Mick Conlon. His debut in the Madison Square Garden, I think it was. That's the one I seen fight. Shakir Stevenson going in and out of jail, so that ain't never good. But anybody got any questions, I'm going to go ahead and log off and try to chop up some videos before I'll get to moving and shaking. I don't know what happened to Cali. I guess he felt like Carl Burrell. What's going on? Carl, y'all subscribe to Carl Burrell, too. He dropping that heat, too. Hey, Black Boxing, Marlowe's Corner, got that heat, Any more questions, let me know. Boxing questions related. But yeah, I'm gonna just wrap it up. What we talked about our top 10 heavyweights as well. We talked about our top 10 heavyweights. Let me see this. I'm just checking the news real quick. See anything happen. We took the top 10 heavyweight. I think I went Wilder, I went Wilder, Ortiz, Joshua Povetkin, Adam Nowalki for me. 5. That's 5. Hold on, Joshua. Yeah, that's 5. Then 6 through 10, I went Parker. I think I went Parker, White. Shit, I forgot who the fuck I went through. My bad, y'all. I think I went Parker, White. Parker, White, Puev, Brazil, and Big Baby Miller, something like that. I went Brazil and Big Baby Miller riding off my top 10, man. Salute to Marlowe's Corner. Yeah, salute to him, man. You think Keith Thurman is better than Spence? I used to think so, but I don't think so no more. I think Errol Spence it will beat him, but I think Keith Thurman is faster. I think Keith Thurman might punch harder. I mean, they did 2 different type of punches. Let me say that Keith Thurman is not he just got natural natural explosive piercing power. Errol Spence is a thud and power puncher. You know what I'm saying? He consistent, accurate. But Keith Thurman is the more explosive athlete, in my opinion. He got fast feet, fast hands. But at the end of the day, it ain't just about the athletic ability. I think Errol Spence got the heart of a champion, and I think he got the balls of a champion. You know, and I think his ring generalship and is able to cut the ring off. He'd beat shit out of Thurman. Is Lamont retiring? I do not know. That's a good question. You know, I think he might be retiring. A lot of people want to see him fight Terrence Crawford for some reason, but when Peterson fought Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, people thought Peterson was going to beat Errol Spence. I don't know why. Parker has to show up now, otherwise he will be dropped with White in the fight. It will get entertaining, I believe. I'm guessing from the 7th round, it will be a jungle fight. I hope so. White is going to have to make that fight, man. Porter said Thurman hits harder than Spence. I mean, how would he know? He only sparred Spence. I mean, he had headgear on and bigger gloves, so he don't know. I take that for a grain of salt because I know for a fact that Errol Spence ran Porter out the ring when they sparred. That's why he don't want to fight him. Thurman hits heavier than Spence. I believe so. I think you just talking about one knockout power. I think Thurman got one knockout power when he plants and gets aggressive. But I think Spence is a thudding puncher. You know what I'm saying? Spence is stronger. I just think Keith Thurman is a more naturally just better puncher. That's my opinion. I think Thurman awkward style and athletic power can beat Earl. He moved too much. You know, Earl Smith's gonna cut the ring off and make him piss blood. He gonna have a maxi pad on that night. Thurman throws his whole body and feet off the ground when he throws punches. And he loads up. That's another thing about it to say. Well, he might generate more power because Keith Thurman loads up. He winds up his punches. That's what I thought Floyd will always have beat him. Keith Thurman legitimately winds his punches up. Curtis Anderson, what do you think about James DeGale ducking Utagi? What's up, Famous Athletics in the building? Hey. I didn't know you did that ghost song. That shit hot, dog. Famous Athletic, man, he got some bars, dog. Some bars. Checking out old boy from the Bronx, Ace Buddy with the hoodie. I like his music as well. Shout out to the Bronx. I mean, at the end of the day, James DeGale, man, he was trying to fight Billy Joe Saunders. That's why he was trying to get an exception and not to fight Utagi. But him and Billy Joe Saunders priced themselves out. It's not enough money for both of them. So James DeGale is supposed to wait for the Callum Smith and George Grove fight that's supposed to happen in September outside the UK. But at the end of the day, I mean, James DeGale at the end of his rope, man. It was a duck move, but he at the end. He knows our reform, dog. All that drinking and partying him and David Hay did, they can't get away like that shit they did in their 20s. But yeah, it's all. I mean, I ain't like it. You know, I was a big DeGale fan, but I understand that he knew Utagi was gonna beat him, but he ran from a middleweight. Utagi was the middleweight, and Utagi got clout with the fans by beating Andre Dirrell, and Andre Dirrell been done. The night I was there when Arthur Abraham hit him with that uppercut while he was on the ground. Dirrell was never the same, bro. And even before that, Andre Dirrell never liked to get hit. He was an amateur fighter. He liked having headgear on, stuff of that nature. He never had a thug bone or a tough bone in his body. Donald Banks, Porter says Spence hits you in the bunches, which hurts you, but Thurman has more one-hit punch. Yeah, that's exactly how I explained it. I agree. Leather Banks, Spence will fuck you up more. Yeah, Spence will fuck you up more because he's more aggressive. He gonna throw more punches and be more accurate. Keith Thurman is just gonna run around the ring and pity pat. Keith Thurman, if he was aggressive and sat on his front foot more, he'd be in trouble. The fear in Porter's eyes when someone mentions Spence. Dre Harden, what's going on, my brother? Lost my train of thought. Keith Thurman telegraphed his punches. Earl gonna tap that body. Yeah, he does. I told you, man. That nigga wind up, dog. It's like we wound up them old toys and they get the clapping around, or like the monkey with the little. I forgot what they call them things you smash together, and it sounded like some shit. But yeah, man. Utagi was a terrible style matchup for DeGale. Yeah, he knew it. He was gonna get his ass whooped. I heard DeGale post. I heard Caleb Truex supposed to be fighting Ronald Graville. That'd be interesting. I think Thurman's awkward style and athletic power can beat. I'm going all the way up, man. Freak. Okay, I think Thurman is a duck, son. Yeah. You know. Keith Thurman telegraph his punch. All right, Sonny Justice Bay, what's going on? Indeed, salute to Famous Athletics. Yeah, shout out to Famous Athletics. It's a shame that all these good rappers, man, that really got bars, man. Because my boy, he rap. You know, he think about quitting, man. He got really good songs, but it's saying that all this trash, you know, gets these record deals and get all these streams and shit, and all the actual good artists don't get that shit, man. And shout out to family. I'm gonna support that man over there, man. Because we need the good artists to come up, man. I'm tired of these whippity, whippity, whoopity, ha, hoo, ha, whippity, whippity. I'm sick of them rapping ass niggas, dog. For real. I can't stand them niggas. Amigos, hoppity, hoopity, hoppity, hoopity. Cardi B, I can't stand her voice. Now, when Amigos first came out, I liked them, dog. Yeah, shout out to Famous Athletic. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him, Marlo's Corner. K Black Boxing was in the building. Lowland Profits was going on, son. Degale would have destroyed by Benavidez. Yeah. Benavidez would have took him in the back and wear his ass out. It's all about creating a buzz where you first at. Yep. Spence has way more power than Crawford. Nigga over-exaggerating is funny. Yeah, I think Spence is a better puncher. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell with Crawford. Crawford definitely slicker. He got more special effects, man. I can't wait to see Crawford come back. Ain't gonna be versus nobody for a while, but it is what it is. But shout out to everybody in the chat. About to log off real quick, man. Hopefully we can come back on a little bit later. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and chop some more videos up today. It's been a strong NBA day, man. Strong NBA day, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna finish off with a couple boxing videos. And don't forget, if you went to college basketball, football, Meet Cali and them and Classic Sports TV got a joint venture. The link's in the description. The new college page, if you do that as well. If you want to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, links is there as well. And I definitely appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Ain't no more Rakim and Cool G rap. It's over with for that, man. It's over with for that. But like for sure, I'm gonna come back with some more heat. If we get a chance to go live later, we do. If not, I'll see y'all guys on Saturday with a bunch of live streams Saturday. One time for the one time. Shout out to everybody at LDBC and shout out to everybody grinding on the boxing tip. We out.